Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As mentioned before, Narad reached the cottage of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas on the banks of the Saraswati just as Vyasadeva was regretting his defects. Purport: the vacuum felt by Vyasadeva was not due to his lack of knowledge. Bhagavad Dharma is purely devotional service of the Lord, to which the monist has no access. The monist is not counted amongst the Paramahamsas, the most perfect of the renounced order of life. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of narrations of the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. Do we need a mic? Is it okay? Although Vyasadeva was an empowered divinity, he still felt dissatisfaction because in none of his works were the transcendental activities of the Lord properly explained. The inspiration was infused by Sri Krishna directly in the heart of Vyasadeva, and thus he felt the vacuum as explained above. It is definitely expressed herewith that without the transcendental loving service of the Lord, everything is void. But in the transcendental service of the Lord, everything is tangible without any separate attempt at fruitive work or empiric philosophical speculation. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Tasyaivam khilam atmanam manyamanasya khidyataha krishnasya narado bhyagat ashramam pragudahritam. Translation again. As mentioned before, Narad reached the cottage of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas on the banks of the Saraswati just as Vyas was regretting his defects. This is a section of Bhagavad explaining how Vyas had written all the Vedas, but he was feeling disturbed still after having written, and in the previous verse he is saying why he may be disturbed. He is saying, this may be because I did not specifically point out the devotional service of the Lord, which is dear both to the perfect beings and the infallible Lord. Achyuta Priyaha, it says here, very dear to Krishna. Vyas is mentioned in the purport. He was not lacking in knowledge. Vyas had knowledge. He was full in knowledge. He had just written all the Vedas. Yet he was feeling despondent. He was feeling disturbed. I did not do what I set out to do. It's not complete. Something is missing. Now in the purport it's explained that Vyas was an empowered incarnation. He had abilities. Why is he feeling despondent? So Prabhupada writes here that it was directly Krishna's inspiration in his heart that he was saying. Vyas said in the previous verse, maybe I didn't point out the devotional service of the Lord. This is not perfect knowledge, because Supreme Personality of God, it has to be mentioned. His narrations have to be there. If people are going to get Vedic knowledge, it means they must get knowledge of Krishna, his activities, his pastimes, everything. He's saying it may be because I didn't mention this. This is not perfect knowledge. So he was perfect. Yet, why did this happen? He could have done it, or the first time he could have done everything, but there was a plan. So Krishna from inside inspired him to think like that. And then he compiled the Bhagavatam. So this is showing the Vedas. Vedas means it has to conclude in Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's activities. This is Veda. And Vedanta means the topmost of the Vedas, the end, the conclusion. Prabhupada says the topmost Vedantists are the devotees. The end of Vedas, the top of knowledge is the bhaktas. And if someone is a devotee, but they don't know any Shastra, then still they're the greatest Vedantists. But devotee means not like us, we just put tilak and like that. Devotee means really full devotion. And for that, normally, we have to read. It's not like in the past people had very good upbringing, the Vedic culture was intact, so they were able to take up bhakti easily, sattvic. So it's mentioned in the purport that Vyasa was directly inspired by the Supreme Lord. He was being used as an instrument by Krishna for his plan. This was done earlier. Krishna had descended. To enact his pastimes, he uses devotees. To speak Bhagavad Gita, it was the same thing that happened. Krishna mentioned to Arjuna that many births you and I have taken. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. I took many births, you took. Tani aham veda sarvani natam veta. I remember, you don't remember. That actually Krishna, Prabhupada writes in the purport, that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita and Arjuna was there many times. But Arjuna was being used as an instrument for propagating the Bhagavad Gita. So Gita had to come, had to be spoken. And that was the scene set. So in the same way here, Srimad Bhagavatam had to be spoken. So our Vyasa was given inspiration that, he is perfect and he was incarnation, Shakti Veshavata, Jiva. But he was being made into bewilderment. So when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita before Bhagavat, it was for benefit of everyone. He was speaking to Arjuna, but that conversation was to be used for everyone, because Arjuna was just taking the part of a bewildered soul, which is what we are. But he was at least knew some of the things we don't understand. We need purports. So actually it was for benefit of everyone. And so he told Arjuna in that conversation that in chapter 11, at one stage, when Arjuna was declining to fight, he said, Maya veta nihata purvameva. I already killed these people. Nimitta matram. Nimitta is instrument, matram. Just be an instrument. This is the plan, that these people have been killed. Now I want to use you as an instrument. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Become an instrument. So in the same way, here Vyasa is an instrument. So we, at the present moment, we are illusion. What does illusion mean? Illusion means we have our own plan. We have a plan, isn't it? We were in Goloka with Krishna, and there was Krishna Leela happening. In Krishna Leela, we give Krishna pleasure. The purpose of our existence is to give Krishna pleasure. Why did we expand? Eko bahusyam. The Supreme was one, he expanded to many. To increase his enjoyment, just for his enjoyment. But that means that Krishna's plan should happen in the Leela, isn't it? If we have some aim, something we want to do, then someone has a plan and we are acting the plan. Even now we are acting someone's plan. We are here, we are preaching Prabhupada's plan. What did Prabhupada say to do? We are following that. And the gurus in ISKCON, they are also enacting Prabhupada's plan. So there's a plan and we fit in the plan. But in material life, we have our own plan. And now when this happens, we come in illusion. It's a different plan. So because of our plan, Krishna is not communicating to us. Krishna communicated to Arjuna even what to say for Bhagavad Gita to be spoken. He communicated to Vyasa. He already communicated all the Vedas, basically. Vyasa was not there when Mahabharata was spoken, every single issue, but Rishi could see it, could see the Vedas. That was inspiration by Paramatma. But now, this is something different. Now we are speaking about Bhagavad Dharma. Bhagavad Dharma It's explained here. Bhagavad Dharma is purely devotional service. This is not knowledge. This is not that mundane knowledge. Bhagavad Dharma is purely devotional service of the Lord, to which monists have no access. Monists, those who consider the oneness to be the supreme, the energy, Brahma, they have knowledge also. But they don't have this knowledge. Why? Because they have no entrance. It says here that they have no entrance into it. We are speaking about Bhagavad Dharma. This is not knowledge. Vyas had knowledge, but this is Bhagavad Dharma. His guru came and inspired him. So now that we are in this material world, we have our plan. Krishna is not communicating. He is giving you an instrument. This is an instrument. Okay, do your plan. You live your plan. But we don't know. We don't know this world. We don't know ourselves. We don't know. So we are always making big mistakes. We are always not able to fulfill our plans. Because this is not the purpose of this creation, to fulfill our plan. The plan is to fulfill Krishna's plan. And we don't understand that the more we try to fulfill our plan, what happens? We get tied up and bound up. Karma bandhana. Yajñarthat karmano. Anyatra loko ayam karma bandhana. Karma bandhan means we are being tied to this material world. Tied up means we will be taking birth again. If we get a lot of bandhan, too much binds due to our karmic reaction, next birth will be very limited consciousness, animal form, or human, but animal human level. So the more we are bound up, we suffer. We don't know this. We are living in this world with our own plan, separate from Krishna. But one of the instructions Krishna gave was Yajñarthat karmano. Do your work, karma, actions. Karma means prescribed duty for our enjoyment. So do your duties for my benefit, not for your benefit. If you do for your benefit, you become bound up. We are already bound. We become more bound. So, Supreme Personality of Godhead, people hesitate to surrender because their vision is that if I give up this, or this, even for devotees, we are practicing devotees, but not liberated. We are not able to fully surrender at once because so many doubts. Whatever, it's like someone close your eyes. Okay, now jump. I'll hold. Sorry, there's another game kids play. Okay, lean back. We'll catch you. Close your eyes. No. We'll catch you. We are not having faith. They'll catch us. Then they will lean back. Then they don't. Then you fall down. So I'm going to give up. But will Krishna protect me? Will He protect? We are not sure. I want to enjoy. I want to continue enjoying and being happy. But if I give up my plan, how will I be happy? No, Krishna will take care. How do I know? So it's a gradual process. Sharanagati is a gradual process. There are 6 steps. You know that verse? Anukul yasa sankalpa, pratikul yasa varjanam, rakshishyatiti vishvaso, goptritve varanam tatha, atma nikshepa karpan. First is anukul yasa sankalpa, accept things which are favorable for devotion. I may not like certain things, but if I understand, because this is how we can surrender to the Lord. I may not like doing certain things, but if it's favorable, I should take it. I should have that understanding. Tamal Krishna Maharaj in a lecture, I remember, he said that book distribution is so important, everyone should do. So now, some people don't like it, they'll not do. He said, anyone wants to take Diksha from me, I send them on book distribution and for 6 months first. When they come back, if they say they still don't like it, go again 6 months more. So, even if you know it's not suitable, we don't like, but anukulyasa sankalpa. Second, pratikulyasa varjanam. I may have certain things I like, possessions, character, or whatever, tendencies, but if I find out this is pratikul, it's not favorable for devotion, give it up. Devotee should be ready for this. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyatiti vishvaso. Have faith, Krishna will protect. I am having faith in Krishna, but I'll also chant this mantra and worship that demigod and wear this kind of mala and this and this. Why? Who knows? If Krishna doesn't, at least they'll protect someone. Someone will protect me. Rakshishyatiti vishvaso. Have faith, have trust. Krishna will protect. Goptritve varanam tatha. In there, in word to word, Prabhupada explains in this verse, Goptritve, that Krishna will maintain you, and he puts in bracket, just like a husband is maintaining his wife, earning money and giving. And it used to be in those days that the woman won't work. She'll not have anything of her own. But I have faith that the husband will maintain me, so I'm not going to make separate endeavor. Understand Krishna is maintaining you. Also, understand that you're working, you're doing whatever you're doing. But Krishna is sending everything, not your boss, not anyone. Who's protecting and keeping everything for you and providing for you? The provider is Krishna, we should understand. Similarly, for devotees, spiritual advancement, Krishna is giving. Through the Guru, through the Vaishnavas, they are instructing, but it's Krishna. Goptitve varan tatha atma nikshepa karpani. And atma nikshepa, giving up everything. Fine. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3. And humility, that's there. Rakshishati iti goptritve varanam tatha. Humility, that we should know that Krishna is the doer, I am not the doer. Atmanikshepa karpanya, giving up everything. Atmanikshepa, giving up ourselves. So these are the ways of surrender, and we don't have that immediately, so it's a gradual process. But we have to understand that that Krishna is powerful. Why are we instructed to read Bhagavad Gita? If Bhagavatam is our main text, we have to realize Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, it doesn't speak about Krishna Leela immediately, doesn't it? But it talks about Vibhuti, the power, absolute control of Krishna. Krishna is absolutely in control of everything. We can't understand this. How much? There's a Upanishadic verse that not a blade of grass moves without Krishna's approval. The wind blows, the grass is blowing. Krishna gave permission. Otherwise it won't. Bhishmasad vata pavate. Out of fear of God, the wind is blowing. Bhishmasad surya udaya. The sun is rising out of fear of God. Everything is moving under power of Krishna. So we have to understand this systematically, read Gita and understand what we say is the total power and control of Krishna. This is Dasya. We are on this level only. We have to surrender to God, but we are not doing it. We have to make our plan. No, God is in control. He is perfectly in control. We cannot understand mighty empires in one day they finish. Or a person, he has everything, but Krishna can finish it. Or as one Maharaj, I was listening in a lecture, he was from US, he was saying that, you see, among devotees, I was, you could say, most fallen, most clumsy, could not do anything, didn't know verses, and some or other, all these people, I don't know what happened to them, who was so, but somehow Krishna put him there. He was just saying, not in a proud, he was saying, I'm just trying to understand Krishna's plan. How this happened, I can't understand. That he is at that level now. But this is the point. Krishna can do anything, any second. Even if we see how the situation looks, I'm here. How am I going to advance? How will I? We can't understand. We simply have to put ourselves under Krishna. Everything will happen. He's Achintya. Achintya Shakti. God is inconceivable. We can't understand what He can do. When in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke Chatur Shloki, Bhagavad Gita, those 4 seed verses. Immediately after hearing that was supposed to be the summary of Bhagavad Gita in 4 verses. So immediately after hearing that, Arjun heard and he got inspired. He said, Param Brahm, he said some prayers to Krishna. Krishna, You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the eternal abode of everything. It means the resting place of everything is Krishna. I think I'm resting here. I'm firmly situated on land, or I'm being supported by this planet, but ultimately Krishna, everything is in Krishna. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. You are the purest, pure. Then he says, Adi Devam. You are the source of all the demigods. Adi Devam, Ajam, the unborn. Ajam, then Vibhum. You are the greatest. Vibhu. Vibhu means great. So when Krishna spoke those verses, Arjun got realization. Krishna, you are the greatest personality. You are so great. That this was in chapter 10. What is the title of chapter 10 in Sanskrit? Bhagavad Gita. It's opulence of the absolute. Vibhuti Yoga. The greatness of Krishna. And Krishna says yes. And he goes on to explain his greatness. And this chapter is to instill in us how great is God. We can't understand how great. Our experience of greatness is this material world. But it's to tell you that you surrender. I'm in control. Don't worry, Mahashucha. You have to understand about God in detail if you're going to understand, surrender. So we are saying that Krishna is powerful. In a second, he can do anything, which seems to us inconceivable. At the present moment, in this world, there are several wars going on, which they're saying now will be it's a precursor for a bigger war that will engulf the whole planet. They are saying, will it happen? Prabhupada said, it will happen. Yes, it will. He said it 50 years ago. He said that this is the plan of Krishna. What is the plan? That in the course of human life, asuras come and they disturb the devotees and they accumulate weapons and they create confusion in this material world. This material world has a plan, a purpose. The purpose is that the living entity should use the Vedas and come and get liberated. But these people come and disturb things. So what happens? Prabhupada said, Krishna will organize asuras all in one side, other side, and then they'll fire each other and finish everything. Then devotees can populate the world, and again the plan of Krishna can be carried out. This is the plan. Behind is Krishna. And so devotees, of course, we don't want people to suffer and all this. But everyone knows. At the time when Prabhupada approached his guru, and his guru told him, go and spread Krishna consciousness in the West. Now, Prabhupada said, wait a minute, we are under British. He was in the Gandhi movement. He said, no, we have to sort out this issue. You know, our country is under foreign power. And then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, these things will change. They'll take power, but this is important, this must go on. These are external issues. Who is it under? Actually, at one point they asked Bhaktisiddhanta, you joined the freedom movement, so many young people are in your movement in the ashrams, you have 64 months, and you have taken all the youth. He said, actually we don't have much problem with British, we are going on with our preaching. Everything's going on. I used to wonder about that statement. Then in a lecture, because Prabhupada would mention this many times in different ways. In one lecture he mentioned, in a different way, in a different light. He said that when I approached my guru and I told him about this problem, he said, no, none of these rascals can't do anything. Prabhupada said. They can't do anything, means they are on the external level under Krishna and whatever is happening is happening. Queen Kunti said that the dissension, I cannot remember the verse. So that the problems in human society, these are external. Krishna's plan. We don't have to get disturbed. Things will keep changing. But we have our plan. Our plan is Krishna's plan. We shouldn't get diverted. And whatever's going on, as much as it's in our plan, we can do it or not. We won't. So this is Krishna's plan. Even a war is Krishna's plan. People are sinful, unfortunately. We don't also want war, we don't also want people to die. We are saying it's happening due to people's actions on their own. We should know that. So, as a devotee, if we are claiming to be devotee, it means we are putting tilak and everything. Our plan should be follow Krishna's plan. And you will not know Krishna's plan if you did not read Bhagavad Gita, if we did not read the books of Prabhupada, what we speak of Bhagavata. We will not know Krishna's plan. Now we are putting ourselves as a devotee. I'm following Krishna Guru, but I didn't read Bhagavad Gita. Then what plan are we going to follow? Once, even my spiritual master, Guru, he said in Vyas Puja that disciples who don't read Prabhupada's books or their gurus, hear lectures of Prabhupada and the Guru, they are cheaters. Why? Because they say, I'm Guru, I'm going to follow, let's say Prabhupada also is Guru. But we don't know what is the plan. So this is very important. We have to follow the plan. That's why we have this body. Why are we giving the human body? I mentioned many times this point. Why are we giving human body? To do Java programming. to do what we're doing. I don't know what people do, what kind of work. We can do that. But the purpose, why do I have hands? So I can hold the kartal. So I can hold Bhagavad Gita. That's why I have hands. Why do I have eyes? So I can read Shastra. This is the purpose. You may use it to support yourself also, because we have to live in this world. But now don't let that become the main thing. We have to pick up the book and read. We have to hear instructions from Guru. This is the purpose of this human birth, purpose of this body. And if we don't, then it's a waste. Shrama eva hi kevalam. So now what was the plan? Okay, one point to mention this. Krishna told Arjuna that if you do your work and think of me, you will cross over all obstacles. See, we are seeing obstacles. So we are not doing bhakti. We are giving it a break. Wait, let me sort out these things, okay? Priorities matter. Now how, if you think that if I do chant Hare Krishna, then food will come on the table, people, this is comment, So, yeah, they don't understand the concept of devotional service. Krishna says to Arjuna, if you become conscious of me and fight, you will cross over all the obstacles. Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi. By my mercy, you will cross over the obstacles. How? By getting a big bank balance, by getting a good job. No, that you can do. But the obstacles will be crossed how? Mat chitta sarva durgani. Durgani means impediments. Mat chitta sarva durgani tarishyasi. Mat prasada, by my mercy, Arjun, you will cross over. What he was doubting, there are so big disturbances, therefore I'll not fight. No, fight and think of me. Whatever the obstacles are, I'll remove them. And at a higher level of bhakti, we understand if he doesn't remove them, there's a purpose, and that's good also. That we should be happy. Then he says, Atachetvam ahankaran na shroshyasi vinangshasi. Ahankaram, out of false ego. Now if you're not going to listen to Sri Guru, to Krishna, or to whoever the representative, then ahankaran, out of false ego. Na shroshyasi, you don't hear. Vinangshasi, you will be lost. You will be lost. Therefore one has to follow very carefully. The line of bhakti, you see this. This is very much quoted by a certain Ananda. A verse, he says, that's written in the Shastra. Uttishta, Jagrata, Prapya Nibhara Niboda. Durgam hi patastat kavayo vadanti. Wake up, get up, rise up, understand the boon of human life that you have got. The path of devotion is difficult. Durgam hi patas tat kavayo vadanti. So Prabhupada explains, now we are practicing spiritual life, but we're in a good position, but this Maya Shakti is so powerful, this material world is always pulling. We have to be firmly situated in orders of Guru and Shastra. Otherwise, unfortunately, so many people have come, but how to go on, it will be challenging. Prabhupada explained, like we are shaving. Someone is shaving, so the shaving blade is very useful. It can do so much. But if you're inattentive, little bit a cut comes. We're in this process which is so powerful. But so many guidelines have been given. Instructions are there in the books. And if we don't know, if we didn't even read, or if we are not listening, then the instructions are, we're not be able to take instruction. Then, just like we're shaving, we can get cut. So it has to be very firmly taken. In this verse, in chapter 18 that we just quoted, Prabhupada writes a very inspiring purport. Some parts I'll say. That Prabhupada says, a person in full Krishna consciousness is not unduly anxious about executing duties of his existence. They're not disturbed. Actually, this anxiety and this worry is a big sign of lack of faith in God, which we can understand if someone's not a devotee, doesn't know Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada writes, the foolish cannot understand this great freedom from all anxiety. They can't understand how people are not in anxiety. For one who acts in Krishna consciousness, Lord Krishna becomes the most intimate friend. He always looks after his friend's comfort, gives himself to his friend. We see in Arjuna and Krishna how Krishna drove his chariot also. He looks comfort and gives him, who is so devotedly engaged, working 24 hours a day to please the Lord. One who is always working to please the Lord, Krishna himself takes care, gives himself to him. Therefore, no one should be carried away by false ego of the bodily concept of life. One should not falsely think himself independent of the laws of nature or free to act. He is already under strict material laws. Why are we suffering? Laws of nature are there. As soon as he acts in Krishna consciousness, he is liberated. An idea is, let me be a little free. Why so many rules? Let me do what I want, even in bhakti. But the idea is, no, there are material laws that will act. And as soon as we come under authority and we act in Krishna consciousness, we become liberated. Why? What is the meaning of liberated? Guna does not act. Because we are under instruction of higher authority, and they are under instruction of higher authority, it goes like that till Krishna. So then the modes will not act. When we take a decision or do something in accord with authority. But if it's then it's in the modes of nature. Then we cannot come out. Then we are bound up. We are bound up. So here it's written that as soon as we act in Krishna consciousness, he's liberated, free from material perplexity. Then he's not in the modes. One should note very carefully that one who is not active in Krishna consciousness is losing himself in the material whirlpool. Do you know what's a whirlpool? Yeah, you understand? Whirlpool. If there's a drain and a lot of water, and now the water starts to drain, what happens? It's not that the water just goes, it goes like this, round and round and round and round. And what happens if some insect or something is stuck in that? He'll go down, but he'll be going round, 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 but eventually he'll go down. He'll go down. So it's like that, and we'll go round and round. We'll get caught up in this material world, we'll be bound, but we can understand finally we're going to go down. Mura janmani janmani aprapya mama eva konteya tato yantya dhamam gatim. One who turns away from Krishna, he says, I put him in more demonic species. Okay, but we are talking even about one who is not demonic, but not in Krishna consciousness, which is actually demonic in Vishnu Purana it says. So the material pool of birth and death. No conditioned soul actually knows what is to be done, what is not to be. Conditioned souls don't know. But a person who acts in Krishna consciousness is free to act, because everything is prompted by Krishna from within and confirmed by the spiritual master. A person in Krishna consciousness, directly Krishna is communicating. Vyas was sitting to write the Vedas. No one was guiding, but inside Krishna was inspiring him. Or now, he put a vacuum, kind of void in his heart. Something's missing, something's missing. Then his guru came, chastised him. Yeah, you put everything, but you didn't speak about Krishna. So, in this way, we can see he was prompted from within. Then a person who is fully following Krishna's plan, he's dedicated for that. inside, Krishna directly will inspire. Until that point, one has to check with the Guru or with its representatives. Otherwise, we'll be acting guna. Otherwise, you're free to act. It says here, otherwise one is free to act. One can act. We see sannyasis. Why is this? Actually, in Vedic culture, no one is given independence. Neither is the wife independent, neither is the child. Even now the man is under Guru or under laws of nature, the Vedas. The Vedic knowledge is our rope. We are bound by that. But we are also under authorities. But who is independent? We may think, okay, sannyasis, who's under? They're not under anyone. No, because they are liberated. In Bhagavad Gita, in a verse, in chapter 18, Prabhupada writes, when he's speaking about that opening verse on chapter 18, that what is sannyas, what is renunciation. So there, it's written, Prabhupada writes, a sannyasi is supposed to be liberated from his sinful reactions. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah, it is. In our ISKCON movement, they see that. It's like that. They're not under sinful reactions. Can you put a mat for Mataji? So, a person, why is that? He's fully liberated. He's not under guna. And so, Supreme Personality of God is communicating to him directly. So he's seeing not to be under any, but then that's that level of sannyas. So, a person who acts in Krishna consciousness is free to act because he's prompted by Krishna from within. This is explained. What was the plan of Krishna? What was the plan? Because now we are saying everyone has to have a plan. Krishna had a plan, he spoke Bhagavad Gita. Now his plan was to bring Srimad Bhagavatam. So for that he was enacting this pastime, that up till then Bhagavatam was not on the planet. It was spoken by Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narad. Then Narad came on this planet, told Vyas, and then Vyasdev was going to write it. This is the plan. So this is the plan. Why to bring Srimad Bhagavatam? Prabhupada writes here that in the purport, he says that Srimad Bhagavatam is full of narrations and transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. This part here, yeah. It's definitely expressed here with that without transcending the loving service of the Lord, everything is void. You understand this word void? It's Sanskrit will be shunya. Buddhist are voidists, shunyavad. So without the bhakti of the Lord, everything is void. It means empty. So all the Vedas are written, but Bhagavatam was not there. It's practically nothing. It's not concluded. So this voidness, Krishna wanted to bring this Bhagavatam for the population in Kali Yuga who had lost all knowledge. There's a verse that comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks, Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shasta Japastapa Apranayasya Dehasya Mandanam Loka Ranjanam. The translation of this verse is that Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya, if one is without bhakti, then it's like all his japa, he does japa, tapa, his austerity, japas, tapa. Hinasya japa shastra, he's studying tapa, whatever he's done, mantra, everything he has learnt, it's like decoration on a dead body. And then analogy is given, sometimes, here some communities, when someone dies, they will decorate the body so nicely, wear nice cloth and take him through the street. So Prabhupada explains, actually there is no point for that because he is already gone. But worldly people, they see that and become happy or impressed. But it's a dead body, but they dress it up. What's the point? Similarly, one has all qualities. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shasta Japas Tapa, his jati, good birth, study of Veda, his mantra, everything is void if he's not having bhakti. There is no use. Bhagavad Hinasya jati shastra javastapa apranayasya dehasya mandanam loka ranjanam. The mass of people will be very impressed. Oh, he knows so much Vedas. Oh, jati, he's born in such a high family. Tapa, he's doing so much austerity. Mundane people will be impressed. But actually, there is nothing because he doesn't know about Krishna. It's like a dead body. So without bhakti, it's dead body. Now you may say, no, he's not dead, he's walking. People are walking, they don't have bhakti. But this is like the zombie. You know what a zombie is? This is a term from in English. Zombie is, now they use it as an insult. But actually it is zombie are people who are dead, they have died. Then they do black magic, then they come and walk. In West Africa they have something like that, apparently. Voodoo, magic. So someone will die, they'll do some black magic, and dead person, but he's walking like this. So like that people are walking around. They're walking, yeah, they're walking like walking dead people. They're dead. They're not having anything inside, empty. If Krishna is not there, it's like a dried up branch of a tree. It's a tree, the branch is connected, but it's dried up. It has no flowers, nothing. So this is the void feeling in society, void. People say, I feel void, I feel empty. What do? You take up some hobby, do something, go with your friends out or something. I'm feeling void, empty. Then you try to sort it out, sort out the problem, do something. So this void feeling cannot be filled by anything. But birth after birth, life after life. So much entertainment industry has grown up to fill this void, but it's not working. What is the paradox of this age? That we have so much connectivity. Aren't we so connected? In 1 second, you send a message, it's gone to the other side of the world. Message, phone, immediately connected through so many mediums all around. People are connected, but they're more lonely than ever. Even though they're so connected, they're feeling much more lonely than before when there was no connection. None of these things were there. And people. This is the paradox. So, it's speaking here in the purport about a void. That Vyas, here it says, definitely expressed that transcendent and loving service of the Lord, everything is void without the service of the Lord. But in transcendental service of the Lord, everything is tangible, full of life. In this verse in 15th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, there where it says that Krishna holds the planets, takes them round. Prabhupada said that it's due to Krishna's energy that the planets are going round. Similar, and it's because of the spiritual energy, everything is held together. Even Prabhupada says, when we fall in the ocean, if you don't do anything, you will float. If you can learn that in swimming. Just lie down, people start panicking and they drown. If you just lie on the water, you'll float. Because Atma is there. But Prabhupada said when the Atma goes, then the dead body will sink down. The soul and the super soul, Krishna connection is life. Someone doing devotional service, face will change. Brightness will come. Happiness. This whole world will look so full and happy that people like 6 Goswamis in our Sampradaya, who were living under every tree. Why different trees every day? So they don't get attached to the tree. Not even same tree. We'll be happy now, my tree. This corner, I know the sun will come, the shade will be there. In this place as a whole, I'll put my things, Different tree every day. But they had such a wealth. Because they were in bhakti, they did not require anything, because all of their happiness, and they had so much happiness, fulfillment, peace, due to their wealth of devotion. So this was missing. Voidness. Vyasa was feeling voidness. This was not there in the Vedas. I have to give Krishna Leela, Krishna Roop, Guna, Krishna Nama. I have to give this. Then people will be happy. And that was Krishna's inspiration. He was a pure devotee, he would have done it, but it was all a pastime. Then Narad Muni came and spoke to him. That was also the plan. So even if we, like Vyas, follow Krishna's plan without doubt, he'll inspire us. He'll inspire us from inside and guide us. Maybe not from inside at the moment, we have to take a guru. And the guru and the Vaishnavas will guide us. But step one, we have to understand the process. Step one is we should at least read. This is the first step. This is a different age. Previously, what will he say? Come and hear Shruti. Come and hear the Vedas. Come to the Gurukul. Or hear. We cannot hear. So everything is in the books. So now emphasis is read the books. Study the literature. We are nowhere. If we don't know Krishna and we don't know the plan, where are we? How can we serve? Hare Krishna. Any question? Yes. Now it's explained, yes, Narad imparted knowledge. Yeah, but it's also explained, you see, that, where is it? That Vyas was feeling vacuum not due to his dearth of knowledge. Yeah, so when did satisfaction being found? Yeah, he heard it from Narad, that is he knew some part, he knew the Leelas of Krishna. But Bhagavatam specifically, this is not knowledge. It says here, Bhagavatam is purely devotional service of the Lord. Others don't have access. So pure devotee can impart it. So yes, then what happened? Narad Muni, who got the knowledge, spoke Bhagavatam to him, then he wrote it. Yeah.
Since we are in we are accepting Guru and we follow his instructions. But devotees like Brahma, Narada, they are pure devotees, but still they are accepting Guru. What's the reason?
Still what?
They accept a Guru.
They accept a Guru, even though they're pure. Yadyada acharati shreshtha. Krishna told Arjun that you're not fighting thinking you're above this. You're greater than them. These people they're controlled by lusts and greed. I'm not. I can just give up. You take it, But then Krishna said, even if you think that you're liberated, do your duty to set example to other Kshatriyas. They should not again do this, but they'll not be qualified. Then he quoted that verse, Yadyada charity shreshta. Yes, they're not in need, but they accept.
But then how will the relationship between the disciple and Guru, will it be like artificial or it's like proper?
Krishna took a Guru also. Krishna himself, Ram, they took a Guru.
No, if it's just to set an example, then it's sort of artificial.
No, it's like etiquette. Come to the Guru, tell. Once, when I was new in the movement, someone put a question which I very deep. That look, someone, let's say that somebody takes Diksha, then he advances a lot, gets a lot of knowledge, everything, supposedly looking like more than his Guru, let's say. But still he'll come and bow down, understanding this is representative of God, and whatever I get is coming through him. Advancement, even if you have whatever you have, knowledge, whatever, advancement comes through the Guru. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. That transcendental knowledge won't come from your powerful Sanskrit and ability and studying. It will come from the Guru who knows nothing. So, for example, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru supposedly did not know how to write his name. He did not know how to read. But he said, all the Vedas are in the particle of dust on his lotus feet. So I was saying this question, that someone said, in a question, that a Guru, say someone, advances so much, then will he again submit to his Guru and everything? He advanced, he got knowledge, revelation. Then the analogy was given like this by the speaker, that I'm in primary school. Primary school means, I think, till 6. I don't know that word, you may not know. 5, till class 6. So those classes 1 to 6. Then I had a teacher. Teacher taught me. Now I finish primary, I come to secondary, come to higher, PUC, then degree, then master, then I do PhD, then I discover things. I become so great, I get knowledge, I get an award, I did research, wrote books, then I meet my primary school teacher. What will happen? Will I say, no, I know more than you? No, I'll be grateful and I'll submit. Okay, so now, but your question is supposing someone is more advanced, let's say Krishna and his guru. Well, Krishna himself knows everything. He was showing that. But when it comes to, that is avatars, obviously. That is Krishna. But then that would only apply to Krishna. Great personalities always, if they're great, they'll understand that the knowledge is coming through guru. That's not a formality. We know in our movement there was someone, Gaur Govind Maharaj from Orissa. He was born in a transcendentally great family. There were generations of Bhagavatas, studying Bhagavad and giving lectures and giving Diksha, and Kirtaniyas, everything. But he went searching for his guru till he came to Prabhupada and took Diksha. We cannot come to Supreme Personality of Godhead separately. We must come through Guru, we must take Diksha. Even great personalities who know so much. Yeah. He's always?
Krishna is always
enjoy. Yeah.
And we are all enjoy.
Yes.
In the part means by seeing Krishna and jivas are getting happy. Krishna books also so many places mentioned. By seeing Krishna and being with Krishna, every jivas are getting so much happy. Like Gobas and Kobis and that Brahmalila also. 1 year Brahma took all the calves and that covered bodies.
Yeah.
That time Krishna expands himself as a so many
then parents were happy.
Parents,
cows were happy.
that all the jivas get so much happy.
Yeah, okay.
In this part, how we are saying Krishna is enjoyed, because through Krishna we are only always enjoying Krishna. Like even we are offering prasad, Krishna by seeing he took all the prasad and his remnants we are taking. Through that remnants we are enjoying. But how
we saying Krishna is enjoyer?
Krishna is enjoyer.
Krishna is enjoyer, not that only Krishna will enjoy, you won't, but in the sense that we should not look for happiness. We should look for Krishna's happiness. Now, if we do that, Krishna gives happiness. He may not, but still we'll do that. You see, the happiness we are getting, Krishna is giving, and we are accepting through bhakti. But even if he doesn't give that, we'll do. Still we'll like a Mangalarti, still we'll do our duty. Still. So when we say Krishna is enjoy, in the sense, we are not going to seek enjoyment for us. Krishna is the one who should enjoy, so we'll endeavor for that. But we are Ansh of Krishna. Prabhupada said that if you decorate Krishna nicely, then you look like you're looking in the mirror. You will also be decorated. If you please Krishna, you will also become happy. That's how it is. We are Ansh of Krishna. So it becomes, we get also happy if he's happy. Tata sarva arham achyuteja. By worshipping Krishna, everyone is satisfied. Yasmin tushte jagat tushte. When he is satisfied, everyone is satisfied. So you're saying that, how are we enjoying? You're saying we're not enjoying, he is, but we're enjoying also. But that enjoyment is different, it's given by Krishna. Of course, in beginning stage, maybe it's not given. But as we advance, we are supposed to just take on a prasad that we don't like even, and that's not our level, but that level should come one day. I don't know, did I answer? How Krishna enjoys? We have to serve Krishna. If Krishna says, I want you to chant 16 rounds, he's Atma Rama, correct. He doesn't need us. If you say, Krishna, I won't serve you, you think nothing will be lost for Krishna. He'll be happy. It's our benefit. It's for us.
Only we are enjoying to.
Yeah, we depend on Krishna for enjoyment. He doesn't depend. But if you make him enjoy, he'll be more happy. When he's happy, then we'll become happy that because Krishna is happy, I'm happy. If in doing kirtan or japa or something we become happy, bliss means Krishna is happy. Some endeavor we do, we become happy in bhakti. Krishna is happy. I heard once that for the cook, how to know whether Krishna is happy with the offering when the Vaishnavas are happy. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.